Hi guys, Yoli and Garry from Beyond Excellence. Welcome to another Brunch Business. And we've just been doing some more recording. We've just been talking about leadership and leadership programs and everything else. And
We asked ourselves, or we ask anybody that we talk to, how do great leaders grow?
yeah, and what makes that difference?
Yeah, what makes the difference in a great leader?
Yeah. Once again, we've got to say that everyone's got leadership characteristics, and every role that you have in your life provides you. Mothers. A mother is a leadership title, isn't it?
That's right.
It's a parent. It could be a religious leader.
But the father isn't.
No, here we go again. So, like religious leaders, they're leaders. They are people that inspire and take a group forward.
That's right. And inspire.
Yeah, all of those words. That's what they're doing, and that's very strong in leadership. So, what is it though that makes one person lift more than the others?
Yeah, I think to start with, I think the first thing to mention is they need to be proactive in their own development, in their own growth to become a leader.
Yeah. Well, it's about growing in yourself, isn't it? Self-leading first off.
Well, that's important. That's where it starts, isn't it? Being the leader within.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing that we talked about was continual development.
It doesn't stop. Yeah.
It doesn't stop. You need to continue to learn, whether it's going to seminars, doing some online courses, reading books, learning from somebody else, asking somebody else to show you how to do things. Continual self-development and never stop it.
Yeah. And I like the other thing too that we got into a bit of discussion about, and that is that we're all learning every day with everything that we do. Every experience that we have, everything that we need to, the amount of time we have to look stuff up on Google to keep ourselves on.
Google's my best friend.
I know. I'm getting jealous. And having to make reference to things like that, those learnings, I think we all need to pat ourselves on the back for the amount of things that we learn these days. Out of need and want.
So out of need and want, absolutely, that's so true. And I can't remember. I could not tell you the countless times I've either read something out of a book. I'm forever reading. I have got a whole lot of books that I read, and I read them all the time. And I'll come to Gary and say, "Guess what?" And I'll tell him something that I've just discovered. And the good thing about that is once you've shared what you've learned, then you embed it further into your heart and soul and your mind, so you don't forget it.
No.
So the moment you learn something, I think it's important to then share it or trial it, use it with somebody else or with others.
That's right.
Show them. So then it's that learning is embedded into you. You've learned it. You've tried it.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I want to mention is mentoring, Gary.
Yeah.
It's always a great idea to have a mentor. Or if you might already have one, there might be somebody that you grew up with that was your mentor that continues to mentor. But sometimes I think that we might, when I hate to use this word, but it's true, sometimes we outgrow our mentor that we have, and it's time to move on to a new mentor.
Yep.
And finding that mentor, whether it's your boss or whether it's a friend or another colleague in a different position to yourself, find yourself a mentor.
Most definitely. Or a coach.
A coach.
A coach is a different situation to a mentor.
Yeah.
But a coach is somebody that really holds you accountable more than what a mentor does, that provides you with I suppose, an educational stream of their experiences, whereas the coach is applying accountability to you.
Yeah, and asking the right questions to get you to move forward with your thinking. You might think you don't know the answer to your own questions, but you do. And a coach will help you do that. The coach will get you to places where you never thought that you could go to, and they will lead you. And like you said, accountability is there.
That's right, it is.
And then I think sometimes, even amongst your peers, you might have somebody else that inspires you.
Of course.
It could be... look, for instance, Taruna, Turia Pitt, she inspires me every day. Every time I read something about her, she was the woman that did the marathon and was burnt.
Triathlon.
I can't remember whether it was a triathlon.
It was a triathlon.
And was burnt in the fires. And boy, oh boy, does she inspire me. So find other people that can inspire you to become the leader. She is a leader. She is a true leader.
Yeah.
And she became the leader of her own life, or her own destiny. And if you can do that, you've aced it. You've become the ultimate in leaders.
Yeah.
And then I think, Gary, it's about associating and modelling with others.
Yeah, most definitely. And you can do that either with people that you do work with that are a guide to you in that regard in an organisation. It can be somebody else that's just a friend that can be very close to you and you can actually take more from them. Or there's the other situation where you can have involvement with network groups and meet with people and take inspiration from them. There's all those different ways that you can
associate with. The people that you associate with. Sometimes you've got to look in your address book and say, you know what, there's people, there's some people that are negative and against you that you need to get rid of.
Yeah.
So sometimes it takes doing that to become a great leader.
And, that's just part of life, Yoli. As you evolve and other people evolve, you go on different pathways and you've got to identify the ones that you need to have around you. Yeah.
And then I think the best thing to do is to start asking yourself, what are my leadership roles?
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised at how many roles you can identify that you are the leader in.
Family circumstances, sporting circumstances possibly, as well as your work environment.
Even being the eldest brother.
Yes, exactly.
Or amongst your friends.
Yep.
It could be anywhere. So ask yourself, what are your leadership roles? And then the next question I'd be asking myself is, who has proven to be important an important leader in your life? And it could be an uncle.
Yep.
It could be the next door neighbour. It could be anybody that you've associated with in your life.
A school teacher that you had in your earlier years often is a leadership role that you'll be admiring all of your life. Somebody that was one of your first bosses. If you're an apprentice, you may have been trained by a tradesman, an old narc that may have really been something good to you, and you obviously realise I can remember somebody. But it is amazing to look back and look at people who have inspired you.
Then you can ask why.
Yeah.
Why was that person important, and what did they do to inspire you to look up to them, and what did they give you out of it? And
so then you can go back and understand what you've got to model from what they taught you.
Yes. Yeah. And then ask, what is this next step forward for yourself in leadership?
Yeah, to find out where you need to go.
Yeah. And I'm just going to read a quote that I put together here. Leadership is about creating and sustaining positive, lasting change in your life and the lives of those around you. And that is important to recognise.
I think the most important line in that, though, Yoli, is the lives of those around you. Because it's, leading yourself is one thing, but leading others, inspiring others, helping others, guiding them, that's true leadership. Yeah. And that's where true reward from leadership comes from as well.
Being able to inspire others by leading yourself first and then inspiring others. That is just amazing. And leadership isn't a role people are appointed into. It's a skill and a tool you can continually nurture and use to create lasting positive change, and importantly, provide certainty to those in times of uncertainty. And that is when power. You know you have true leadership. Like you said, that's power. That's power to you and power to the people that you take along the journey.
I think we've seen a fair bit of that demonstrated in the last 6 months here in New South Wales.
Yes, but with the fire commissioner,
RFS,
yeah. Amazing. So look forward to speaking to you. If you've got any questions or you'd like to talk to us further on anything, please don't hesitate to drop us a line. We'd look forward to having a chat with you. Give us a call. So have a great week, and like Gary said, keep smiling.